Oh, hi guys. Okay, guys, I am just getting ready, so I thought I'm going to jump on and tell you guys how I share my styling tips. So if you are a B&B guys, a host, and you want to experience something really different, or you want your guests to experience something different, this might be the video for you. So today I'm going to share with you my way of styling Airbnb property. So the title of this is how to style Airbnb property. So I guess you guys are looking for a video like that. So I'm going to share with you my personal experience how I've been doing that. Still haven't recovered fully. I am not allowed to drive the car because of the strong medicines that I'm taking. So I haven't been working. So today I decided to just take a day off because I'm supposed to go to work, but I didn't. So hopefully tomorrow I'll recover. But let's jump in to how to style a Airbnb property. So as you can see, this I really am proud of this props behind me. I really like this idea. You guys know I'm a bit Asian. So during my Thai trip, I have gathered some inspiration. So I make this like a backdrop for my guests. I think styling an Airbnb is a lot of things that you need to consider. You want to make sure that your property is something that is fun. I think I'm a bit slanted, right? A bit slanted here. But anyway, you want to make sure that the guests who stay at your place are experimenting something that are out of the unusual. It's not like in many Airbnb they have a very stereotype where it looks like a apartment, it looks like a house. Some of them I just feel like lacking of personality. So during this trip when I was in Thailand, I have been brainstorming myself, and I said, actually I need to do something. We have a B&B which is really doing just moderately. So I think it is how you look at it. And then I put my property among the others, and I just realized, oh my God, my property looks like many others. And I just feel like, as an individual, you are a Airbnb host, you want your whole personality to shine. You want your guests to get to know you. And by through decorating your home, your guests will feel a unique experience of you individually. So this is my own personality. There's no right or wrong when it comes to making over a premise. So this is just my own personal experience doing on a budget. So actually we are quite tight on the budget, but I just want to show you how it is possible for you to do you know these really nice settings without having to burn your pockets, to make this place nice. Actually, if you look at this basket are actually quite cheap when I got them in Thailand. So they are really quite cheap. So I bought two of them, which is the big one, which it's impossible to find in Sweden. If you find them, it's probably going to cost you a lot of money. So first, let's jump on to this kitchen. All right, this is my kitchen. I'm going to give you guys a 365 degrees view first, so you know how it looks like. So this is where you come in from the hall. If you are renting our Airbnb, so I assume that I'm talking to you as my guest. So when you check in to our apartment, so you come up by this staircase, this door. It's a bit dark because I didn't on the light. So the minute that you come, straight away you will see this kitchen. So this is the kitchen that we our guests usually like to dine, and it is really really big. It's not a very small kitchen, so you can easily seat about 6 to 8 people on this dining table. So I try to keep this color very neutral because I like the wood element and the nature element. So I try to keep color away from this, because I feel like, sometimes when you play too much with color, sometimes it can be a bit, what do you call that, messy, right? So I hope the guests who stay here, or rather you who stay here, will feel at home, like, there's no particularly taste, but this is something that you would like to see in a kitchen, and feel that the kitchen is, which I'm trying to create, is a very harmony, and calm feelings. So that is why I try to keep to the minimum as possible in terms of decoration, but go on to, like, in depth, like, you know, your own personality. For me, I'm a home chef for Asian, or rather international cooking. So this is going to be a play studio for my guests, not just for cooking. I hope that they will find that this is like a playground for them to experiment food, not just from Sweden, but also from other parts of the world. So I think when you come into our kitchen, you will see that there's a lot of pots and pans, which is perfect for anyone who loves to cook. So currently, we have removed all the herbs and spice, because I need to replenish new one. So the shelf is currently empty there. So the stove, everything should be in working condition. We have two microwave, so that our guests don't have to like fight for the microwave and when they cook. So we have a fridge and a freezer, and also a place where they could recycle all the items, like here is all the recycle. So we usually like to put them behind this curtain, so that they will not be seen. And over here, beside cooking on beside the stove, you can also enjoy, like, a corner. We call it the coffee corner, where you can make coffee, the Vietnamese style. This is the Vietnamese style coffee making. Got this when I was in Vietnam. And also these are Italian style, and this is typically in international style. And then I have like tea bags and tea holder, so the guests can enjoy coffee, and also we provide tea, and also coffee, sugar, whatever necessary. So as you can see, I try to stick to, like one corner, so that the guests wouldn't have to run all over the place when they are, trying to make coffee. So I think open concept works really well when it comes to B&B guests, because they don't have to open all our cupboards and trying to search for things. So when it is open concept like that, our guests can see right away, oh, where do I find bowls and glass, and so at one look they know where to grab. The same with the pots and the pan too. I think it's really important. It's just like when you go, your holiday is so short, right? You don't want to spend like the whole 1 hour searching for things. Agree? So this is how our kitchen look like, which is very spacious. I do not know whether you can feel the space, but I think most of the people who stayed here and have stayed with us, they really appreciate the space that we gave them. They feel like there's no hotel that can give them this kind of space. And on top of that, you will really feel like you're really at home, because we kept things like the teapot, and also some kung fu tea, and we have different type of teapot which they can use. And if they like to join my cooking class, I have actually thought about that. Maybe I would provide my guests some cooking lesson. So these are tools that I gather, because these are tools is going to be really handy. And I think people will think, oh, I could easily cook here because I can see and I could reach everything, right? Um, like fast. And also, of course, guess when it comes to the cooking, I'm going to teach Japanese cooking and Chinese cooking. So I have here some Japanese plates and bowls and the Chinese style. These are the Swedish style um, container where you could you could put stuff in here, but I haven't filled this thing up. Like I said, this is my very early project. I'm doing this even though when I'm sick, but I still hope that I have an idea, because you don't want to buy things everything and clutter this thing, because put out the things that you find that it's interesting for your guests, like it reflects your personality too. So for me, I feel like the ambience is really, really important. How you make other people feel when they are using your kitchen. And you want to make sure that everything is easily accessible. All right, now, number two, I'm going to show you one bedroom which I recently been inspired. It's a Japanese theme bedroom, and this is how it looks like. I have this kimono I got from my sister. So she said she don't need them. So I thought, hey, why not create a very zen kind of feelings for this bedroom, especially bedroom people wants to lie down and have a peaceful night rest, right? So this is a little bit minimalism. Uh, I try to keep down to the minimum as possible so that people could relax. And I also notice people who like this kind of theme, usually they are the Zen lover. So I have created like a corner here where they could either sit down to meditate, chanting, and maybe they need not have to be a Buddhist to enjoy this corner. They can be somebody who likes to do some morning stretch, or just lying down on a cushion and just read a book, or just have a cup of tea, and maybe some yoga, right? And maybe just enjoying this space. And because why I do this corner is because we've been struggling with this room earlier on. We find that this room is far too big. As you can see, it's very, very, very big, this room. So ideally, we could have about 4 beds in this room, but we're not going to clutter that. We're going to give them the space. So that mirror, I still haven't decided what I want to do with it, but it definitely will belongs to this room. And also like a mobile wardrobe where our guests could, unpack themselves, their luggage, and then, everything is like visible. And that's where they could stand and have a makeup. So that corner I still haven't decided, but it's going to be something like a walk-in closet where people can just enjoy, you know, preparing themselves within reach. And also here there is a space for him or her to sit and just relax, or even put their clothes. So this is going to be like a water bath for candles. So hopefully it give this guest, I've give you the feeling of relaxation. And also the window is really, really big. We have one 3-panel window here and this 2-panel window there. So in the daytime can be a problem because it's so bright. So we have this really dark curtain that's going to protect our guests from the sunlight so that they could have a good night's sleep. So I really like this concept of this room. Tell me, what do you think about this concept? You like it? Let me know and give a thumbs up if you enjoy this concept or if you like this concept. All right, let's go on to my next room. which I'm going to be showing you. I still have two more rooms upstairs, but I haven't finished what do you call that, preparing it yet. I am thinking about nature, but I'm going to show you what I have in this room. This is going to be our Bnb shop. So as you guys know, people who like to travel, they like to collect souvenirs, and they might like to consider buying something that they could bring home with them. So we have tons of stuff that we don't really need and we don't really want. So we're going to put price on every items that people might want to consider buying, and people might just enjoy watching all this stuff, right? We have keys where we could lock some valuable thing. So if the guest is interested, if you are interested, you can tell us, hey, I want to see what is inside. So we open up, we have one here and we have the other one over here. So we just open up and let you see. And then my project is for this is let me just show you a very cheap way of making like a wall decoration, wall art. So this is actually I don't know whether you have seen this. This is like an embroidery holder, right? So I don't I don't like embroidery. So what I did is that I removed this embroidery and I replace it with this different kinds of fabric, so that it will give your room or the space a personality. So I have a very dark hall, and I think I'm not gonna spend a lot of money to decorate or to buy like what do you call that, wall art. So I made myself, this is the old window frame, which again I use the same fabric like this one. It is very Japanese, right? So this is something that you can do, and it is not so difficult to do. You just need to like stapler the whole fabric behind, and there you go. You can have like wall art, instant wall art that doesn't need to, you don't have to spend so much. And then also over here, one of my other bedroom which I have in mind is the nature. People who come here, they like the nature in Sweden. So it can be a forager, it can be a nature lover. So on my second floor, which I am still thinking what I should do, it's going to be something that is related to nature. So I collected items like this and I put them together, and that will inspire me. So haven't really thought about how, but it will eventually happen. So this is a room that is going to be like a shop for us, where guests can just buy what they want from this room. Okay, let me show you our living room. This living room is recently painted, and it, remember the wallpaper, the old grandmother wallpaper is gone. So this kind of art is going to be using, because I just went to the shop and I bought some of this frame. So I'm going to use like fabric like this. Let me just show you, like a world map like this. So I actually have a world map fabric, but I do not know where is it. So something like that, and I'm going to use that as my backdrop for this living room, which is over there behind the just above the. So this is going to be filled with my art work. So I hope it's going to be great, and I'm sure it will turn out great. So this is a living room, not just a living room, it is also a photo studio. We call it the photo booth. Let me show you what I mean. So you guys know, right? People are taking pictures on the Instagram, the place that they stay. So I have a very big wall there. So I thought, hey, since these people are traveler, why don't I make like a traveler team, right? Because then they would like to take pictures. This is going to be like my backdrop. So I'm going to put like needles on places that my guests come from Italy. So I'm just going to put needles on it, on all those places those guests are coming from, so that they can feel proud. Oh, I come from this place and I'm here in Sweden. It's amazing, isn't it? So this is a photo booth background, which I'm going to be borrowing, lending my frame. So they'll put their face here, and then they're going to stand on this in front of this backdrop and take pictures and share with their friends. And that shelf over here is going to be a prop shelf, right? This one. So I'm going to be making like props where they can, have fun, not just, taking pictures without any fun, right? Photograph has to be fun. So I'm going to make some props which they can use. It can be hat, it can be a mask, it can be, some funny mustache that, they could just use to take fun pictures when they are on a trip here. And because this is a travel team, so I thought, why not like do something like very travel team purpose. And this is the painting that I got, and it has Italian and France flag and London. And then I have this really cute bike. These are all travelers items, which I feel like, hey, I have all these items. Why am I not using that, right? So this is my prop, so the guests can also borrow and take pictures using these props. And if he's a biker, he can take the bike. If he's somebody who like to travel by caravan or car, or he's someone who like to cycle. So this is my living room. As you can see, this table is still there because we in LG, we've been like sick and we really couldn't do so much, but we try our best to paint the wall and trying to do as little as possible. So we would say in the nearest few days we will be working, or rather I will be working because he will be away. So this is how I thought, when you go on traveling, yes, I know feeling home is one thing, having fun is another thing. And I think life is too short, not to have fun. So I think this would definitely be something we hope to work on further, so that people could have great memories during their stay with us. Okay, guys, I'm going to continue with my live streaming. I think I'm going to try and keep it short, and this is how it looked like. And I hope you have a great idea to yourself and incorporate your own individual ideas and think. All right, use your own interest, your own personality. If you are somebody who like to cook, maybe you have to do something like a food team, or a rock climbing team. You can do a lot of things with your home. And I think the most importantly is like you having a lot of fun doing this. I have a lot of fun doing that, and I hope this is something that I will never stop doing. Just enjoying and being inspired, which I think is really, really important. Okay, guys, I am going to do more live streaming. Hopefully, I can show you guys the next time how I end up using this theme, and also my hallway. I'll be using this theme. and we'll see what happened. All right. So hope you guys enjoy this, and if you do, give a thumbs up, and I hope that you would subscribe if you're new here. And when you subscribe, this is what you get to chat with me live on every Wednesday at this time, and also on Friday I will cook dinner, and you get to be inspired also. Usually Friday dinner is something that everybody would look forward to, something really simple and fast, because after a long week of work you don't want to spend too much time, right? So my Friday dinner idea is always fast and easy and cheap and healthy. And also Sunday is a day where I make family recipes for people who miss the coziness of eating together or making food together. So the food and the recipes that I create on Sunday are usually some from my family old recipes, and some of them are something that I found from the internet or maybe YouTube, and I do like a recipe test. All right. So I hope you guys have an idea what I've been doing, and this Friday I hope to see you live again. See you guys. Have a nice Wednesday, and bye bye.